nerds, what's up? I decided to participate in Nanowrimo in November of this year, which is in just a few days. I'm a little terrified, mostly terrified, a little excited. Mostly excited, a little terrified? I can't really tell the difference. So yeah, I decided to do this video, which is going to be a collab video. You are going to see some lovely faces in this video today, but first we need to do a fact of the day. Men and women in the American culture specifically and how they speak to each other, there's a lot of miscommunications that happen between men and women when you're conversing with each other. We listen and show that we're listening in different ways. So women are often way more likely to give eye contact, to give sounds to let you know that I'm listening, the yeah. All of this is not necessarily agreeing with what somebody is saying, but letting that person know that we are listening. Versus men are not as likely to give eye contact even when they're listening. They're less likely to give those sounds back to you when they are listening. So women think that they're not listening even if they are. Men often think women are interrupting them more often, but in fact they are just giving those sounds to let you know that I am listening, but they think that they're interrupting each other. Also, male doctors interrupt both their patients, male and female, in a 2-to-1 ratio, but female doctors are interrupted by both male and female patients in a 2-to-1 ratio. Men and women, folks. Okay, now let's do this video. In case you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it is National Novel Writing Month, which takes place in November, so it starts on November 1st. I decided to get a bunch of people together to ask them questions about what I'm nervous about and to see kind of where I think I'm headed in this direction.
I am so excited for NaNoWrimo. I've never participated. I am not a writer at all whatsoever, but I am participating just to broaden my abilities, I guess.
I've always wanted to participate in NaNoWrimo, but for some reason I always just found a reason not to do it, and this year I'm doing it, guys.
This will be my second time participating in NaNoWrimo. I participated in NaNoWrimo, I believe it was last year I actually participated in it.
So I've participated in NaNoWrimo 5 times. So this year it's going to be my 6th attempt.
How many times have you succeeded in writing a novel in a month?
And out of all the times that I've done it, I've only ever written the entire 50,000 words.
Obviously, I've never done that.
I started off very strongly, but then I just got too busy with work and things like that. It did not complete it. I would really like to do good on this one, so we will see how it goes. I have a lot more time this year to be able to participate.
Let's talk about the story that I'm planning on writing.
I have some broad ideas of things I want to do. I have a couple of rough outlines of stories that I would want to read myself, which is where I'm kind of going with it, is what do I want to read that is not out there yet?
Personally, I'm still juggling a few different ideas of which one I want to work with because I do have several stories that I started. They're very, very early, so I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to be the most inspired to write.
It is something that I have been writing the last few months, but I've only gotten like a couple pages on a Word document written out.
This is a bit of a last minute decision for me, so I haven't really decided on an idea. I have one possible one that I've worked on previously as a short story, so I might rework it into novel form.
Pretty much what I'm going to do is the plot that I was going to do in the first NaNoWrimo and I only wrote like 1 chapter of, I'm just going to go back to that because I've only written 1 chapter and I'm really invested in that idea for a story and I would like to see it through, and I have an outline and everything already.
I'm kind of just going to go into it like hands-on, but I do have a couple rough outlines that I'm kind of going to refer to, but it all kind of depends. I kind of have so many different types of stories that they may end up all meshed together. I mean, I don't really know until it happens.
What kind of advice are these people going to give me for writing this month?
Usually I go into NaNoWrimo with a general idea. I kind of plan it out a little bit, but not a huge amount. This year I'm going into it almost completely blind.
My advice probably for somebody who's going into NaNoWrimo is make sure you have the time to do it. If you don't have the time to focus on your writing, you're not going to, and that was my biggest problem.
I obviously don't have any advice for anyone doing this because I have never done it before.
Don't get caught up in commas and edits and whether or not your sentence is perfectly structured. because you can do all that editing in December.
Even though I've only succeeded in NaNoWriMo once, I do have a piece of advice that I think is one of the best pieces of advice I've come across, and that is to not delete a single thing. It doesn't matter if the words are absolute crap or something's changed in the plot and a whole section no longer works with the story.
Basically, I did some research on the YouTubes and stuff, and the main thing I got was don't be afraid to fail.
My second piece of advice would definitely be just have an outline or just a general idea of what you want to do ready. Because if you write a full chapter and then your second chapter you're like, I have no idea what I want to do, I didn't plan this out at all, then it's going to discourage you from continuing to write because you have writer's block, you don't know what you're doing.
I am going to refer to this video and listen to everyone else's words of advice because I have none.
But November, we just want to get those words down. We want to hit that 50,000 word mark and complete and win NaNoWriMo. Is it winning NaNoWriMo? You can clean it up later. That's easy enough.
If you're tempted to delete something, just cut it and move it to another part of the document. Have a section of the document, doesn't matter how bad they are, just never delete anything. You wrote those words during the month of November, therefore they are valid words to put towards those 50,000. If you delete them, you're just being counterproductive and making your life so much more difficult.
As far as the environment that I like writing in, the type of writing that I do most, which is like paper writing, writing for school and stuff.
I'll probably end up writing a lot at my desk because it's a cute little cutesy area. I'll probably write a lot in bed maybe because that's where I like to read the most. And late at night is when I get a lot of my ideas because you're kind of in that space of mind.
My usual environment for writing is at my desk. No music playing, but plenty of things to munch on. I get very snacky.
I have no doubt that I'm going to do all of my writing probably in my room because I am so easily distracted that my room is my favorite place to write because I can sort of block out the rest of the world.
I really like this Spotify playlist called Deep Focus. There's not really any words in the songs and it's just very calming and like zoning in type of music, so I probably will be at least starting off with that.
Would I want music while writing? Absolutely not. I can't read at all with any sound at all. It has to be like completely silent for me to read, otherwise I get distracted and yeah.
However, this year I kind of want to spice things up a little bit, and I think that throughout the month I might go down to some cafes or to the library just to get away from all of the distractions in my room because there's a lot of things to distract me in here. Going out into a public place might help me getting those words out, especially if I do have a lot to write in a single day.
So I'll probably be writing in silence, or I might play classical music, or I might listen to like waves and like calming sounds, stuff like that, so maybe. But it also depends on where my story goes. What if I want to write a kick-ass scene? I can't be listening to waves crashing. Oh my god, I don't know.
I also really like writing at home and doing things at home, just in general, so I probably will do that, but maybe coffee shops. I don't know, I have no idea.
I don't know yet. It's all gonna unfold in front of us and we're just gonna have to experience together. That's really all I have for you.
But I did hear that on the NaNoWriMo page in the like forum there is a page with everyone's playlists that they've made, and so I'm planning on going into that.
So November's gonna be an interesting month. I mean, my exams are stressful enough, but trying to write 1,600 words every day throughout the entire month is going to be interesting. But I think it's important to stay positive and to keep an open mind. It doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world if you don't write 50,000 words. I'm just going to have a lot of fun with it and try and participate in a lot of writing sprints because those are so much fun to do and also quite helpful because you just have a set period of time that you have to dedicate to writing, and if you're a little competitive, it works a little in your favor as well.
Probably the thing that I'm most nervous about for it is going to just be that I don't finish it, or I get to a point where I have writer's block. That seems to be my biggest problem, and what discourages me from continuing writing is when I get writer's block and I don't really know where to go with my story. So I'm just hoping that I'm better prepared, and that if I do get writer's block at some point I can get over it quickly.
But I do think it's really important for me to try, and even if I don't succeed in writing a whole novel, I think it'll be really good for me to get into writing daily because I think that that'll be fun. And also just the fact that I love reading so much, but I've never attempted to write anything near a novel, let alone like short stories really, so I think it'll be a good experience for me.
I think it's just going to be a really cool experience, and I really want to be a part of the experience, mostly because I review books on BookTube, so I feel that if I'm going to be on that side of the spectrum, I should bring it over and try the other side, which is the writing part, which I'm probably going to have the crappiest book anyone has ever read, but it's still going to be a cool experience and I'm still super excited for it.
If you are participating in NaNoWriMo, comment down below what you're planning on writing, answer any of these questions that you know the answer to, give me any advice you want to, because like I said, pretty terrified about this. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I hope you did. Wish me luck? Question mark?
I know I personally am looking forward to writing with you guys and sharing this whole experience with you, and please go and add me and make me less of a loner in the NaNoWriMo world.
Thank you for having me, Cassie. I will see you guys next time I'm on Cassie's channel.
I want to thank Cassie for letting me be part of this video, and also if you're participating for the first time or you just don't normally write, good luck guys. It's going to be super fun, super stressful, so definitely don't forget to enjoy it when you're doing it.
So if you're participating in NaNoWriMo this year, I wish you the best of luck and happy writing.
And make sure to check out all of the lovely humans that were in this video as well. They will be linked down below in order of appearance. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say is that you will be getting weekly daily vlog updates of my adventures in November this month. I'll see you guys on Thursday with a compilation video of what my first week in NaNoWriMo was like. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm nervous and excited but nervous. So yes, you will see all of the adventures on Twitter and obviously YouTube. So I'll see you guys very soon on Thursday with some NaNoWriMo fun times. Bye!
I'm a newbie at this. Yay!
Blackbird Talks Burps. Blackbird Talks Books asks, when will you come to the Netherlands because I really want to meet you? And will you do more videos with your boyfriend? This is from Lucy. I plan to